Make his announcement tomorrow at the Red State Convention. This is the great senior contributor for the Daily Caller, Matt Lewis. Matt, thanks for joining us.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Hey, you watched last night's debate. Give us your take.
So I think if you were just like, if you were from Mars and you were watching, you might actually think that Newt Gingrich won. But putting it in context, I think that, Mitt Romney wins by not losing. I think that Tim Pawlenty's in trouble. I really think that he has to win the Ames straw poll, and I don't know that he scored enough points against Bachmann. And in fact, I think she bested him. So really, I think Rick Perry is probably the winner, and maybe Fox News for the timing of this thing.
Now, Mitt Romney is getting high marks for his debate performance, but earlier in the day, he had a tense exchange with potential voters at the Iowa State Fair. Let's take a listen.
We have to make sure that the promises we make in Social Security, Medicaid, and Medicare are promises we can keep. And there are various ways of doing that. One is we could raise taxes on people. That's right. Corporation. We can raise taxes on... Of course they are. Everything corporations earn ultimately goes to people. Where do you think it goes?
Wow, Matt, is that par for the course among Iowa crowds?
Well, I think it's par for the course in politics today. I mean, remember, Newt Gingrich had glitter thrown on him recently. I think it's sort of the breakdown of civility in politics. But look, I mean, this is the NFL, and I do think that Mitt Romney is susceptible to being heckled. He's a very weak front runner, and I don't know that he handles it that well. So I look for people to sort of try to game him a little bit.
So, Matt, the Ames straw poll is the next big test for the Republican field. As we head into tomorrow's vote, which candidate helped or hurt their standing most during the debate last night?
It's so hard to predict because this is the kind of thing where people essentially bus in supporters and pay for them to vote and give them barbecue and music. So it's different than a normal election. But I have to think that Michelle Bachmann, who is from Iowa, and I think, look, you and I both know that some of the points that Pawlenty scored last night were legitimate. I mean, Bachmann really hasn't done much in Congress, but to the average voter out there, I think she appeals to them. I think she's on fire right now, and so I think she goes into the Ames straw poll with some momentum.
Two people who did not participate in the debate, casting a big shadow on the campaign: Sarah Palin, who travels to Iowa today, and Governor Rick Perry of Texas, who announces his bid for 2012 tomorrow. What's the impact of Perry, and is there a chance Palin could still get in the race?
I think there's a chance Palin could. I mean, she is such an unconventional candidate that I think all bets are off. But right now, of course, I think she's teased the media so much that it's sort of like the boy who cried wolf until she proves him different. I do think Rick Perry is for real, and I think he will dramatically shake up the race. And I'm not just saying that because I'm in South Carolina.
Right.
But look, the fact that he is, the timing of things. I mean, he leaked out that he's running officially just a couple hours before the debate last night. Now he's going to be speaking Saturday in South Carolina, just hours before, just literally within the hour of when the announcement will probably come of who wins the Ames straw poll. He is already overshadowing the race, and he's not even in it. It's quite brilliant, really.
Matt, let me ask you, what do you think he's going to say tomorrow? He's going to say he's going to run, but what's his message going to be? Do you have any idea?
I think Rick Perry's message is two things. I mean, number one is jobs. Texas has really done a good job of sort of providing jobs. It's something America desperately needs right now. Rick Perry has a legitimate claim to being, a governor who can provide jobs, or who has proven that he can stimulate the economy. But the other thing, I think, is simply that he is sort of the guy who checks off all the boxes. And if you get on the list of the Republican candidates, they've all got problems. Like Tim Pawlenty's not charismatic enough. Michelle Bachmann's never held executive office. Mitt Romney, you don't really trust him. He's not authentic. Well, Rick Perry is the answer to all of those problems. He is the longest-serving governor. He is charismatic. He is authentic. Has authenticity. His problem is he's too much like George W. Bush, but not much he can do about that.
So I'm going to put you on the hot seat. What's your prediction for tomorrow's straw poll? Who's going to win it?
It's a tough prediction, Jonathan. I mean, look, Ron Paul could end up winning this thing for all we know.
He does really well at these straw polls, doesn't he?
He does. And look, again, it's about organization. It's about bussing people in. It's about excitement. So it's unpredictable. But I think if I have to bet, I'm going to bet on Michelle Bachmann.
Matt Lewis, senior contributor for the Daily Caller. Thanks.